This is the Chad Factor. I have just worked out in the gym, just pumping some iron and ran a little bit. Haven't been making videos for a long time because, I've been studying, doing my work, working out. But as the election comes to a close for the primaries, it looks like Donald Trump is going to win the Republican primary now that Ted Cruz has dropped out, Mr. Canadian, and Kasich is way behind. Now you're going to see who I'm going to vote for. Now for Georgia and the U.S. Senate, I am voting for Mr. Derek Grayson, aka T-Mon of Georgia, for U.S. Senate. I don't know who's going to do governor, so that's for my own state. But as for the presidential election, hey, this is it, man. Now, I know what people are going to do. Now, if you know me and listen to my shows, you know that I have talked about and have helped with many issues, concerning black people with police brutality, um, with the Mr. Kendrick Johnson's family and Leonard Lace's family. But before anybody calls me a coon for supporting and voting for Donald Trump, let me show you something that will have people out of their minds. Are you still going to call me a coon? I'm a conservative, independent, but still. Now, now that's out of the way. Let me give you my reasoning for going for Donald Trump. Now, I understand that there have been things that come out of light with Trump's, which was his dad's at the time, of his real estate agency being sued for not renting to black people. There was his son coming on a white supremacist show, even though I really don't care about that. That's not a big issue because I know people that go on those shows all the time to debate them, so I don't know why. And then the third thing is his situation with the Central Park Five. Now, as a radio show host, I want to invite Trump to come on my show to talk about those two issues. Did he really discriminate? Did he have a hand in it? And what does he think about the Central Park Five now that they've been exonerated for their crimes? Why'd you put the post out there? Why'd you put it out there? These are questions that do need to be asked about him, and I will ask this question about him. But I'm voting for him because, simply put it, that there is no, there is the libertarian choice. You can still vote for Gary Johnson. He's good. He's just not masculine in a voice and forthright like I see in Trump. But um, if Hillary Clinton becomes president, I hear a lot of people complaining about Hitler, about saying that Donald Trump is Hitler, even though Donald Trump has a Jewish wife and part Jewish kids. But I hear this a lot, and if you research her background, her supporting Margaret Sanger, her for the crime bill, you know, she's been against issues for black people for many years, and so has her husband, when he was governor of Arkansas. But my issue is if you research Margaret Sanger and the eugenicist movement and um, and how Hitler praised the eugenicist movement, how she had a part in Planned Parenthood, which is directly linked to Klan, KKK for sterilization, eugenics. It just baffles me that you compare him to Hitler, but you're not going to compare Hillary to Hitler. Okay. Now people can change. I mean, they were friends at one point. They did business together, but the only thing is, he was a businessman doing that. Okay, he was a businessman making business, making deals. That's what people do. And I'm just saying the conversations he's bringing on the table about the politicians, about rigged elections, the crazy crap about Ted Cruz and him saying that women should get forced abortion. I get all that, but I'm just saying the fact that he can say out of the mouth whatever he wants to do Louis Farrakhan liking him, Charles Evers, the first mayor of Mississippi, the first black mayor of Mississippi to actually endorse him because he's a businessman. The thing is, we want to get jobs here and export jobs from here. We don't need to come to to depend on China, depend on every country to do that. We don't need to open up the entire border from Canada and from Mexico, because if you keep doing that, we're going to be like the Roman Empire. Everybody else has closed borders. Israel, parts of Mexico, Guatemala, Australia have strict immigration policies and strict walls and barriers, so you can't get in. But if you come in the door, you have to enter illegally. So I just don't know why America can't have that. And I keep hearing a conversation about Native Americans. Listen, I get it. That was terrible. But we can't protect ourselves as a country, which is going to affect us the most. Okay, it's not going to be. It's just like Dr. Klein Anderson said, that black people will be the last minority. And by the way, I know we're the majority of the people on the planet. Okay, I'm just saying minority because we're in America. We'll be the last minority on. The Asians and Hispanics will take place, and we'll be at the Dr. Clanderson said this will be a permanent underclass. So, what I'm seeing is that I want to put a band-aid on a bruise that's going to happen with the mass immigration if this happens, so we can, and so all Americans can come together. But I'm going for Trump so more jobs can be created, so the border can be protected, and so we can have a better America and a better country. But as a radio show host, I will say this is also to Trump. I may like your views, support you and your views, but I still want to ask you about the Central Park Five. I still want to ask you about the real estate situation and how you differ with how do you view police brutality and the discrimination in the police force. So this is a message of the Chad Factor. I am going for Donald Trump. I still in the back of my head think Hillary might win, but Trump all day. And call me a coon now, people. Go ahead and call me a coon, because I'm not. Anyway, this is the Chad Factor out. This is the big announcement of the year. I'm going to talk a little bit about this on the Chad Factor on 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Everybody have a great night. Enjoy your night. Enjoy the NBA game. Talk to you later. Peace.